Ahoy ahoy and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time watching, welcome. And today we're going to take a look at the custom slipcase that I built for the Doom Patrol by Gerard with Nick Derington, the deluxe edition, not an omnibus unfortunately. But before we take a look at the slipcase, well, let's talk about the run. I'm very enthusiastic about this one because this is this coincided with when I started going back into comics, so I've stopped buying comics mid 90s, but you know, I sort of went digital, sort of, wink wink, if you know you know. And so when I started going back into comics 2016-ish, this is one of the, DC Rebirth was happening, and I thought, hey, this is one of the titles I've always liked, Doom Patrol, and it's nice that they have, and of course, Gerard Way. I like My Chemical Romance, so that's a no-brainer, right? Nick Derington, this is I've only ever discovered Nick Derington through this and the covers that he did for Mr. Miracle, and that's about it. Although I like his art. I actually, if you look for one of the videos on my channel, custom slipcase for the Doom Patrol Silver Age Omnibus, one of the key art there is also drawn by Nick Derington, and he drew the original, the Silver Age lineup. And just a quick look, this is the issue number 1. This is actually a sticker, which is sort of an homage to the Velvet Underground album, with the one with the banana on it. And yeah, peel and see, and of course they didn't have the heart to peel this, but I already, you can actually see it here, and that's it. And then you see it here, and that's what's behind it. Anyway, so going back there, so this run is the 6th volume of Doom Patrol. So volume 1 would be the is collected in Silver Age Omnibus, and then volume 2 is spread across 3 omnis, and you should be able to find the videos of the custom slipcases made for them. So the first part of volume 2 is the Bronze Age Omnibus, and then Bronze Age Omnibus, and then the second part is the Grant Morrison Omnibus, and the third part is the Rachel Pollack Omnibus. And then the volume 3 has never been collected. That's probably one of the rarer, I guess you could call it rare, like that's by John Arcudi, who also wrote for BPRD, the Hellboy spin-off series. And that was short run. I think I think that was around 20-ish issues, and it or was it 12 issues? I really can't remember. But yeah, that was pretty short, and the story is pretty much self-contained. Great art. I like the art. But yeah, that was collected in trades, actually, not even in trades. So the only way to read those issues is through singles. And then you have the 4th volume, which is the John Byrne run, and that of course is collected in its own deluxe edition recently. And I actually also have a video of it somewhere in my channel. And then following that is the Keith Giffen run, which was only ever collected in 2 trades. There is supposed to be a third trade paperback of this, but I don't know why they didn't. But there already was a listing and a release date, but they never did release it. So the only collected editions of this run is these 2. It's even unfinished. So I am hoping that they would they would put it in a deluxe edition as well. I mean, it's a lot of the stories. I mean, you've got Rita Farr here. I mean, spoiler with the Silver Age Omnibus, she died there and stayed dead for quite some time. So yeah, she's back here Uh, I won't spoil how, but and then that's volume 5, and then this is volume 6, Gerard Way and Nick Derington, which was funny. Let me show you something. This is a promotional thingy that I had at the time, which yeah, we'll get back to that later. Should not have shown that yet, but okay. So this run was originally collected in trades. So that's volume 1, brick by brick. It collects up to issues 1 to 6, and yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And volume 2, nada, and as you can see, you got more artists working. And I remember there were really long delays between issues. Still got the fully booked price tag right there. Yeah, so it collects issues 7 to 12, and it took a really long time before this part of the run was wrapped up. But at some point, there wasn't. I think there was a issue 10 or 11, just before this run ended. Milk Wars happened, and that's why there's this promotional material right there. It's a milk carton, and it's a crossover between a number of young animal comics at the time. So yeah, so a bunch of you got Changing Girl, Kate Carson, and Mother Panic, and of course Doom Patrol. There were a couple of JLA Doom Patrol issues, and yeah, and then of course promotional stuff right there. And the thing is, yeah, this is not included in this, so there may be you might find a certain segment of this a bit jarring, as when a certain character returned or turned up. So there, and then you've got Weight of the Worlds, the mini series that was released sometime after the initial run. So instead of, well, Gerard Way wrote not all of it actually. He co-wrote it with Jeremy Lambert, I believe, and then a host of other artists. So yeah, 7 issues. And so now we get to the deluxe edition, not an omnibus. And I believe the reason why we really can't call it an omnibus is because it doesn't have Milk Wars, which has a key plot point in there. But anyway, that's a pretty long tangent. Let's take a look at the book. So that's the spine, of course. This is actually the cover to The Weight of the Worlds, the last issue, also drawn by Nick Derington. So it's only appropriate that they used it for this. So another thing I don't like about when they label the book's deluxe edition is the paper is way thinner. I mean, it's if you happen to live in a humid area, this is a common problem with deluxe editions. They they can easily become wavy if the humidity levels aren't right. So yeah, so this is the book. You got the main series, the mini series, plus the mini series, and a bunch of extras. Like this is the only Brian Boland cover. And yeah. Okay, so there's a second. They changed it for the trade paperback. So the second, I haven't never actually had this particular copy, but they changed it. So this is the trade paperback right here, and this is the second printing cover, which will be important later on because we are going to take a look at the slipcase. But let me just put the book back in so you can see how it looks with it. I mean, there's nothing interesting inside anyway. It's just a layer of coated paper to prevent any of the colors from leaching. Before we put this back in, yes, that is a typo right there. It should be Mentallo, Flex Mentallo, that not Metallo. That's a different DC Comics villain. So yeah, let's put it back in. Oh, the jacket is slipping. So there you go. Satisfying thunk right there. So front end, I just so what I did here was I took the artwork from this instead of the original cover, because the original cover had a background and they just made it white here, and I wanted to do that white red motif. So yeah, this is what we got. And yeah, I just took out the, you know, all of these, and so I got this here, and I needed to fill that because you take that away, you have a just plain white gap in there, which is not nice. Not nice, but you know, that's space for the logo. And I did the same for this. So this is the trade paperback cover right there, and then I just modify the logo so it fills, you know, the upper half of it. I just needed to do something radical, so just there. And then of course the spine continues the sort of theme that I've had with my other Doom Patrol slipcases, where it's a sort of semi-transparent piece of art, not necessarily important, and then the alternate logo if there is one. So yeah, there it is. And yeah, that is a pretty long look at this custom slipcase for the Doom Patrol by Gerard Way and Nick Derington, the deluxe edition. I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if anyone from DC would see this, but hopefully they get around to doing those 2 other volumes that I talked about earlier. You know, just it would be really nice if you could have a straight run of Doom Patrol until now in the same format, and a complete run, you know. So yeah, I've rambled on long enough, but if you're still watching, I would assume that you liked the video, so you know, give this video a thumbs up. If you would consider subscribing, that would be great. Every little bit helps. And till next, well, be good.